In today's video, I'm going to be ranking all of the nail polishes that I've worn this year so far. Most of these are new to me, but there are also some older nail polishes in my collection that I've worn again. And you know what? Let's just get into it. Alright, so I do have to say before I go into this ranking that I wear a lot of really beautiful, amazing nail polishes. A lot of the nail polishes, like 90 to 95% of my nail polishes are from Holo. So it's also kind of like a Holo video and ranking. I wear so many beautiful nail polishes, and this ranking is kind of like just the vibes I'm feeling right now. But with a lot of these, I also just felt like I don't even know where to place this. I don't even know if I can place this over something else. It's all just so good. So take it with a grain of salt. It's just to make this video more fun. Alright, so we're starting out with some nail polishes that I didn't enjoy as much. First up, I have here one of the new Catrice nail polishes. By the way, I did my best to remember whenever I was wearing a polish to take a video. But with some of these, I didn't have a video. I don't know why. I will see if I can find something and I will insert it. I will insert as much as I can. But this is one of the new Catrice nail polishes. They came out with a new nail line. And this is the Gel Affair Nail Lacquer. And this was in 005. Today was a Fairytale. It is a very light, kind of like milky pink polish with a little bit of a shimmer in it. I didn't feel like this had great coverage. I didn't really have any issue like applying it lasting. It all went like pretty well. I just feel like this polish kind of has to decide what it wants to be. I feel like the shimmer is very subtle, like a little bit too subtle for me, and it's just not really like jelly-like the way it looks on the nails, but it is very sheer. For me, this just isn't the perfect polish. I would either like it to be more pigmented or have more of an apparent shimmer. I do love my nail polishes to really make a statement. This was just a little bit too so-so and subtle for me. Then I do have a Holo nail polish in the next place. This is Cloud 9, and this is one of the kind of like, what was it called? The Underglow Winter Underglow collection, and these are very sheer on purpose because then you can see the underglow shining through, and I do like that. I like the idea of this. I just feel like, at least with the lighter colors that I've tried from this line, I feel like they don't dry fast enough. I just feel like it takes a really long time, and then I can still kind of like mess it up. And I feel like the thing that I love about Holo so much is that the nail polishes dry so quickly, and I feel with this one that isn't the case, and it's really finicky, hard to use. I also have some darker shades from this collection that I still have to wear, so I'm gonna see if those are a little bit less like gooey, but I just don't feel like this dries fast enough. It's just not very practical. I think I even applied this like hours before going to bed. Usually I polish my nails at night. I did it hours before I was going to bed. I had this in mind, like they don't dry as fast, and I still had some imprints on it, and that just irks me. So for me, this is more of a topper, but I wore it on its own when I wore it this year. Then I have this Essence Glassy Eyes mini nail polish, and I actually applied this on top of the Catrice nail polish at some point, like during that week. I was trying the new Essence and Catrice collections, their new makeup collections, and this is a mini nail polish that is just very sheer. It is glowy. It just has a little bit of the underglow effect as well. It was a nice topper. I don't really have anything bad to say about this, but it also wasn't as memorable that I thought, okay, I need to like keep using that. I need to use that again. Like, that is so good. I need to find more combination how I like to wear this. So this was okay. Okay, from now on, everything was amazing. Everything was good. I liked everything. All right, this nail polish, I believe, is from the recent Holo Royalty collection. So the Holo Royalty 2025. And this is shade Bless Your Heart. This is a pink, kind of like a darker pink magenta shimmer. It is a holographic shimmer. It's really beautiful. It is bright, but I feel like there's still something quite wearable and a little classy about it. Just the way this pink comes out on the nails. It's not like super bright. It's not like a Barbie pink. It has something almost a little muted about it, but it's still colorful. I think this is a beautiful color. Then we have shade Cowboy Tears from the Holo Royalty collection as well. And this one is a blue crushed holo with a kind of like purpley underglow to it. I think it's really beautiful. It has a lot of dimension to it. It is, however, a little bit more teal than I was expecting it to be, and you do see as you like move your hands that there's a lot of teal to it. I didn't really expect it. I think this is a really beautiful color. I would definitely wear it again, would definitely reach for it again. There are just some other blues by Holo that I like more. Then I have here a combo. So these two nail polishes I wore together. I have here a creme by Holo, which is Ivory Tower. This is very pigmented, very easy to use. I think this is a great shade if you don't like a stark white, but you do want a base for like nail art, you do want a base for toppers. This is really great. And then I also have another one of these kind of like underglow shades by Holo. I believe this was from the Declassified 002 collection, and this is a shade Glazed Over. I think that these polishes could move up in the ranking if I wear them again, if I wear them another way. Just wearing them together was not the best way to figure out how much I actually like these, especially Glazed Over, because I only use it as a topper. I don't know if this one is more of that kind of like gooey formula. So I'm gonna put this in a little bit of a safer spot. I don't really feel confident enough to move them up, and there are also just so many beautiful nail polishes that I've worn that I am so excited about. Then we have this nail polish. This is from Essence, and I think Essence makes great holographic nail polishes. I don't know if they still have them in the regular line. This is a nail polish from the Harley Quinn collection, and this is in the shade, what is the shade? I don't see the shade, but this is the red shade from the collection. There's also a blue shade in the collection that I also really love. This is just a beautiful red polish. It is really easy to apply, has a beautiful holo to it. It's not as strongly linear as some of the Holo ones, but I think that it's really beautiful. You do see the shift, you do see the colors. It dries really quickly and it just lasts very well. This is just a very easy go-to nail polish if I don't know what to do. Like sometimes you just want something on the nails quick, then this is a great choice. Then I have here the shade Birthday Brat, and this is from the Birthday collection, the Birthstone collection, with 12 different shades that they came out with at the end of last year, like in the fall, somewhere in the fall. And this is just a beautiful, what was this from? I always forget what this formulation is called. Like crushed metal? Frosted metal. It's a beautiful frosted metal nail polish. It's a little bit of a darker pink once again, and I do love a good darker pink. I just feel like those suit me very well, and I really like them as almost like a little bit of a vampy polish on me, because I suit light colors the best and dark colors overpower me really quickly. They sometimes make my hands look a little bit like strange, like the color of my hands start looking like very pale and kind of like yellowish. So I feel like this is a great way to wear something a little bit more vampy but not too dark, if you know what I mean. It's just the way it pulls on me. I really like it. I think the frosted metal formula also is really beautiful, one to check out, but I do feel like the colors that they have come out with in the regular range aren't my favorites. I don't think I have any of the regular range, but the limited edition ones that they come out with, I usually buy. I do really like them. They do have a really nice, shiny, impactful effect. Then I have another blue polish from Holo. This is also from the Birthstone collection, and this is the shade Happily Ever Aqua. This is actually the shade from my birth month, March, so I definitely had to buy it. This is just a regular old linear holo, just the most classic formula by Holo. It has just that kind of like hollow flare, that linear that shifts over the nails. I really love how bright this is, and I just think that you cannot really go wrong with a Holo linear. Like, I've had some that were a little bit more subtle, but usually they are just really beautiful. And this one once again. Alright, I wore this one again. This is one that you cannot buy anymore. I believe this came out in 2023. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna be talking about discontinued products as well. But this is the shade Bury Me in Holo. This is from the Holo X Sophia Nygaard collection. And this is kind of like a blushy, lipstick colored, soft pinky red crushed holo formula nail polish. It is really beautiful. It is soft. It feels kind of like elevated. It feels kind of like something an elegant lady would wear, and sometimes I do like that. Like, I do love my colorful nail polishes, okay? I do love them very, very much, but sometimes you're just going to some sort of event and it just fits the theme. And I think it's really nice that the Holo Taco also has things like this in their line. Next up, I have another non-Holo Taco nail polish, and this is the one from Lethal Cosmetics from the Dexter collection that I bought. I bought this one myself. The rest of the collection, like not the nail polishes, but the other pieces in the collection, I did get in PR. This one I bought myself because I was just really intrigued by what their formula would be like. And this is in the shade Modus Operandi, which is a beautiful kind of like mid-tone purple, a little bit on the toned down side. This was so easy to apply, so easy to wear. It dried very fast and it just stayed on very long. I have no complaints about this whatsoever. Just a little bit similar in a way to the Essence one, and I really love the formula. And this one, once again, it is a really beautiful, interesting color of purple, and it was just very easy to use and I loved it. Like, I love ease of use, okay? I love it when it comes to nail polish. I had so many issues. I found it so difficult to wear nail polish before I found Holo Taco because I just felt like it was such a hassle to apply the nail polish, just wait for it to dry and it would chip too quickly. But if you have good nail polish, like painting your nails at home is so easy. Alright, next up we have the shade Tanzanite Away. This is also from the Birthstone collection, and this could get higher up, but it's just very dark and moody, and I just feel like I have to wear this again in the winter to really see how I feel about it. This just gives me winter vibes. For me, this is winter vibes. It is just very dark purple, but it also has kind of like a bronzy like flip to it. And then we also have holographic shimmers in it, not glitters but shimmers. It is very gorgeous, but I definitely have to wear this again to see if this is gonna be like a favorite. I do enjoy mostly like softer, lighter pinks, lighter blues, maybe a teal. So this is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but just the kind of like the galaxy vibes that this gives made me buy it anyway, and I did really enjoy it when I wore it. Then we have the one that I wore I think last week, and this is the Holo Taco nail polish in Wait a Minute. And this is from their spring collection where they did like these very large like iridescent flakes in kind of like a corally, I believe, base. We had some purples, we had the coral, and then we had this teal as well, and this just screams summer to me. This is just such a summery, wear it to the pool, wear it on vacation kind of nail polish. I love the vibes that this gives. This is definitely a June, July, maybe August nail polish for me. It's not going to be something that I'm going to reach for in winter. It's very specific, but I sometimes do love having very specific things that just give me the vibe of a certain moment, and it just makes me think of summer as well. Like, this is really beautiful. This is amazing, very out there, very like next level in your face. Then we have a duo once again. So these I wore together. This was actually the duo that I wore on my birthday. So this was the perfect duo for like that early spring nail look. So we have here the shade Skipping Stones, and these are from the same collection. This is from the Spring Pastel collection. Skipping Stones is a really light muted blue, absolutely amazing. I really love the creams from Holo Taco. I do have a lot of them. I kind of feel like I have to use them more. I have been neglecting them a little bit while I have so many beautiful shades, but I feel like because a lot of them are shades that I can always wear, I go for like very themed shades before them because I'm like, okay, now it's summer, so I have to wear summery shades. So I definitely want to delve into the creams a little bit more like in the coming 6 months for like the rest of the year. And then we also have this topper, and I think this is just such a gorgeous, beautiful, fun topper. So this is the Garden Party Taco, and this is different sizes of holographic shimmers, and then we also have these little flowers in here. The thing with this topper is that it is a little bit difficult to apply. It is a topper where you kind of like have to fish out the flowers to make it look kind of like even and like it makes sense on the nails, because if you just paint it on, it might be that you have like 2 flowers on top of each other and then a nail without anything. So that is the reason why I haven't worn it again while I was super excited about this. And I am still super excited about this when this first came out. I am realizing some things now. Now I'm seeing everything together that I've worn. Like, it makes you think about what your actual favorites are, what your go-tos are. Maybe I shouldn't focus as much on buying creams from now on and focus on the things that I have and also just delve into the toppers a little bit more. Then we have another one from the Holo Royalty collection, and this is the shade Sparkling Spurs, and this is kind of like a lighter, warmer crushed Holo lilac. This is the type of shade I was just waiting for this. I love crushed Holo because it is just a little bit softer, but it does give you kind of like a Holo sparkle without being as intense as like a linear Holo. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This is just kind of like a go-to, like easy to wear, easy to put on, kind of like fits everything for me. This is kind of like a neutral but with a twist for me. Like it's not actually a neutral, but this is just very easy to wear for me. It's just kind of like a comfort color. Then this polish and the next polish are from basically my favorite collection Holo has ever done. So this is from the Rock Candy collection, and this is shade Pop Rocker, and this is a pink that has kind of like an orangey but also a little bit of a like violet purple underglow. So there's a lot going on here. It's kind of like a chameleon shade. It really shifts from one thing to another. It looks really beautiful in the sun. Once again, that crushed Holo, which I do really love, and I just really like the shifts and kind of like how a underglow can change a certain color. And I also really love corals when the weather is nice and the sun is out. Then this is a shade that I'm wearing right now, and this is from the same collection. This is Electric Sweetener, and this is a purple, a little bit more of a warmer purple in the base, and then it kind of shifts to a violet in that underglow. I think this is really nice. I just really love, it's kind of like a violet color for the summer. I feel like it's very fresh, it's very fun, but it's still quite nice and wearable. It's nothing too crazy, but it's a little bit more out there. It's kind of like an in-between kind of shade. I want something fun, but I don't know exactly like which outfits I'm gonna wear. Not that I always think about that, but sometimes I do. I just think this is a really beautiful color and a really nice formula. I just really enjoy like how this is looking, but it is kind of like, it's soft, but it's colorful. It's just right in the middle. Next up, this one I wore at the start of the year. I went to Paris at the start of the year with my sister, and this is what I was wearing there. And this was the moment that I kind of had just thought of the fact that I was gonna do like more nail polish content. Not that I've really done that, but this is kind of like the start of actually doing that. And this is the shade Starry Eyed, which is from the After Party collection, I believe. And this is a dark green polish with holographic shimmer and holographic stars in it, which is just so beautiful. It is just gorgeous. I love it so much. It just gives me all the winter and kind of like party and Christmas vibes without being too Christmassy, so a little bit more muted. I also feel like because there's this holographic shimmer in it, it is not too deep and dark on me. I just feel like it still fits my skin tone, and yeah, I think this is just gorgeous. I love the little stars in here. I kind of wish that we had this type of shade with the little flowers. I feel like that would be really amazing. I don't know if they would do that, but if they did that, I would be really happy. And then this one is just one of my all-time favorites by Holo, and this is from the Royalty collection that they did last year. And this is in shade, or was it the year before that? I'm getting my Holo collections mixed up, I think. But this is from one of the Holo Royalty collections, and this is in the shade Spyglass. This is such a beautiful kind of like lighter cornflower blue, a little bit of a softer blue, which has also a little bit of a brighter underglow, which I think gives the most beautiful dimension. It is really beautiful. This is just the right blue for me. And these types of shades are kind of like a neutral for me. It's just so easy to wear. I would wear this like any time of year, and I just never get sick of something like this. Like, this is just amazing. All right, we're getting into the top two, and yeah, this was a difficult choice. I still feel kind of like conflicted about it. So we could also say that they share kind of like the first place. But for the sake of the ranking, I think I'm gonna put this shade in the second place. And this is shade Crystal Mommy, also from the Birthstone collection. Apparently this shade wasn't a bestseller in the collection. And one of the reasons I believe people said they weren't so interested in it was because they didn't really like the name. It didn't feel as like connected to a certain birthstone, which I do get, but it doesn't really matter to me. I do like a cute name. I will notice a cute name, but also it doesn't matter that much to me. If a name is absolutely horrendous, I might actually skip a product because of that, but I don't feel like that's ever the case with Holo Taco. But this is Crystal Mommy, and I feel like this is the best purple I have worn this year so far. So this one has quite a deep base, but then on top it shifts kind of like to a little bit of a lighter purple that is a little bit more warm. So we have kind of like that shift from cool to warm, which I do love. I am neutral and I love kind of like a mix of warm and cool. That's also why I love the crushed Holo one so much, that shift from different colors that have that different underglow, because then you really have that cool to warm like shift in there as well. This one just has so much dimension in it. It also has shimmer in it. Like, it's a little bit more chunky for a crushed Holo. It has some holographic shimmer. It has so much in it, and just when you wear this, it is so dimensional. There's really a lot of depth in it, but there's also some freshness, which I think is very, very nice. So I really love this one. This is a great one. I don't think they brought it back. They only brought back the most popular shades from that collection, and this wasn't the bestseller, sadly, because it was great. Then we have the top polish of the year so far, and this is Blush Money. This is from the same Holo Royalty collection as the Spyglass shade, and this is kind of like a soft but fresh pink with holographic shimmer in it, but it's kind of like in between a shimmer and a glitter, and it's a little bit more sparse, and I just feel like this gives the most beautiful effect. I hope I have a video of this because I didn't take a video when I wore it this year, but this is just so beautiful. I love this type of pink. I feel like Holo Taco usually does pinks that are quite bright and in your face, and this is just kind of like, it's a neutral for me. Once again, it's just so easy to wear. I would wear this like any time of the year. I would have no issues with that whatsoever. I just love this tint of pink so much, and I love the way the holographic shimmers are dispersed, and I don't feel like we have anything quite like this in the Holo Taco collection. That's gonna be all the nail polishes that I've worn this year so far. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite nail polish is that you've worn this year so far, and then I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.